What's up, guys? Today we are going to make our homemade cradle for our phone. So when we're flying our drone, we can put it right on there. It would be a lot easier for us to actually connect the OTG cable, and also it would be well, a lot easier for us to manipulate the control and whatnot. So we need a few things. We're gonna need one of these. It is actually a, I guess it's a polyurethane type material. It's a chopping board, really. So we are going to use this. This is a little thick, but we have to modify this in order for it to fit in our remote. And also we're gonna need a cradle for our phone. So we are going to get that right there. These right here are, they go for about, how much did I pay for this? Like $6, I believe. And it's actually, this one here is, it's a El Cheapo one, and looks like the spring's about to come out because it was under tension for quite some time. And it was a little warm inside that car when I was driving it during summertime. And it's already giving me a problem on this. So first we're gonna have to fix that. Trying to push this plastic back so that it would retain the spring inside. And also we are going to use this to sit right on top of that board. So let's get to it. Alright, I've noticed that the iPhone 6 is actually a perfect dimension for, or measurement for the cradle. So we are going to measure everything from this phone. Let me see, I think it's 5 3/4. And the thickness should be around 0.32 of an inch. So I go on with that because when I place this in the remote, it is a perfect fit. Not too tight, not too loose. So I don't know, maybe there's a little gap right there on the bottom. So 5 3/4, I could go with 6. I think 6 inch would be perfect. Yeah, 6 inch. Let's go with 6 inch and 0.32 of an inch. Got this thing out, so you get a file or something, just clean it up. Make sure the edges are nice and smooth. You can use a file or you can get one of the sandpaper. So just, let's go and clean the edges first before anything else. Get one of these sanding blocks right here. Make sure the edges are not too sharp. Okay, now what we're going to do is about cut. We are going to make this is about 1/2 inch, so we have to cut this. We have to cut a little bit of piece out of this to make it to about 1/3 of an, or yeah, 0.32 of an inch. All right, let me see. We're going to put it back on the vise, and then we'll cut about 1 inch both sides. Let's see. here, and on this side, about right there. So now, put a line across, there, one here, okay, that. So we'll cut that and then cut it in half. Right, so it is cleaned up. So now this one here, we don't need this rubber anymore. So what we'll do is basically have to remove this. Alright, so this is what we need, because we'll go like that, or maybe like that, really adjustable. We'll do it like that. There we go. Just like that, so we can control it from here. Let's put this thing on, just so we're not making any mistakes here. There. So it would be like this. Alright. So we could actually put this thing down and go up like this. If you do it like that, yeah, it has to face this way. So it could be like, it could go up like this and then tilt down like that. Okay, cool. We'll do it like this. Mark, and then we're gonna need a couple of screws. All right, that, and I think I'll put a screw right on the top and bottom here. Got one right there. Oh, you know what? I can't. Just so I can connect. I don't want the bolt to be in the way with the OTG cable. So I'll go right here and right here. That's all I probably needed anyway. I could do that, or I can put one right in the middle here. How's that? One in the middle. We'll put glue in them underneath. And yeah, I think I can do that. So I could still rotate. I'll do one. Okay. Got one right there. Do is start with a small drill bit first to get that hole established right there. Oops. Okay, that's about right. And then this one here. That was easy. Now let's go find our bolt. Alright, fun begins. Put this down. Right there. And then what you want to do is 1.75 inch. So we're gonna need at least 1.75 inch long bolt. Well, that's 1.77, so we don't have enough room to put the bolt. So we need at least 2-inch bolt. How about this one? That's too long, I guess. Yeah, put this aside. That would be one of our options. Oof, could have been perfect. Let's see. How about this one? Nope. Oop. Let me see. 1.75, yeah. This one probably would work. Okay, here we go. This one here, so we're gonna measure the width, 0.178. Put this back. 0.178. We're gonna look for a drill bit. 1.78. 1.5. Put it to the side. What about this one? Yeah, it's about a little bit bigger. I want it to be tight. This is too small. That's too big. How about this one? Oop, same size. This one? Yeah, this one looks about right. Yeah, it's perfect. Okay, good. Put it back. Now, drill this one in. There you go. Just fit. Bam. Perfect. Next one. This one. There you go. That's that. What I wanted to do is put a little bit, well, I can't put any glue on this because this is a chopping board. It has this material in it that it would not stick. Super glue maybe. You know what? Let's put a little bit of super glue. It won't hurt. Oh wait, first we're gonna have to find our bolt. Okay. Here we go. This one here. Nope. What about this one with a wing nut? Would it be perfect? No. Oh, geez. I think this is it. Yes. Okay, now I probably don't need no washers. One of those. I guess one of those serrated ones, so that it doesn't come undone. The washers out. This. Okay. Oh, that's too big. Something like this, like something like that. Yeah. That's too big. We have plenty of washers, but they are the regular kind. This one's okay, yes. But what we need is the one that doesn't come undone. Either that, or you can put a little bit of Loctite. You know what? Let's just do that. There we go. Loctite. Alright, put this over. super glue. This is not going to be pretty, but trying to put it on the edge there so that when you squeeze this thing, it doesn't ooze out to the side. Okay, that'll do. Okay, put this over there. Okay, and then now, see, it's perfect in the back there, right? The washer over, a little bit of Loctite, see it doesn't come undone. Okay, that should be good. Put this thing on. Yes. Okay, now we're gonna need that and a little bit of gentle persuasion here. I don't think we need that much of torque because this is plastic. I don't want it to break. So what you need is just to hold this thing down underneath so it doesn't turn. Now just tighten this up a little bit. Make sure that it is in place. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Is to test fit it. That's what I forgot. So anyway, goes in like this. Our measurement seems to be perfect, so there you go. So when I cut it, it wasn't actually perfect, right? But it would stay in place. See, it doesn't come undone. Because it has a nice rubber texture in there. So as long as you squeeze this in, and also you have access to the bottom port there. So that's our little cradle. You know what? Let's go test fit it and show you guys how this thing is actually work. There we go. So now it goes like that, right? So let's say I want it to be like right there. Be like that. And then I'll tighten this up so I can still play around with the angle here, right? So let's say if I'm using this phone, so I could go like that or switch it over to this side. There you go. See? Voila. Pretty much, well, that's zero really, because this is the old one I got. It's a piece of crap. All right? So see, make sure it is actually functioning right. So see, it seems to be, there's a little play to it, because what happened was when I cut the part right here, I cut it too thin. That's a big mistake. I still have to redo this anyway, because I didn't notice that there was this hole right here that was drilled. So I'm gonna redo the base, and yeah, I'm gonna have to redo the base and going from there. But just to show you guys that this is going to be my homemade cradle. So maybe if I can, there you go. So I have that up right there. Oh wow, it's already been 16 minutes. It's gonna be a long video, right? I mean, it stays in place. It wobbles a little bit, but it seems to be pretty stable. So I have that. All right, okay, right on. So, all right guys, thank you for watching. If you guys like our little project here, place a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cradle done, I realized a few things. One is when I place the phone on the Cradle here, it's not completely centered. I'm using my phone, iPhone 8 now, but it's about an inch to the side. And also, I've noticed that when I have this locked like this, it would tilt up and down. See, right on the front there, if you could see, right on the corner. And I also noticed that it has this little notch right on the edge there that I could use to stabilize it. That's why I have that mark there. So now I'm in the process of making a new one. But earlier, the process of I did is was the same. So I got this new block right here, and I wanted to make this thing look pretty. So I have a sander right over here to make it nice and clean. And also when I place this letter on, I had to shift this about an inch off to the left here, okay? So that when I place the phone, it would be nice and balanced and not canted off to the right. But the way I had it set up like this is when I have the remote up like this, right? It's nice and stable. And I could also still adjust it and whatnot. So I'm in the process of making that other block pretty. And also this right here, instead of cutting it, I wanted to sand it down into a like into an edge, so that when I lock this in, it will be nice and tight, so I don't have that that loose movement going on here. So and I just noticed too that the way I had it set up like this, all I had to do really is make a cut right over here so that it would go in. See, if I had that like that, I could make a cut, but maybe, I don't know, this is 1 inch right here earlier, so I could make a cut about 1 inch, half an inch by 1 out that way. So this would slide into the little slot there, so it will be nice and stable. Okay, so let's get her done. What I'm doing now is I'm basically trying to even out the this material right here, so also to make it nice and clean, because if we look at on the other side, it was used, of course, and it doesn't look too pretty. So I'll make it nice and clean like this. So watch this. I had the sander upside down, and I just placed this on top. It would clean right up. Be careful when you do this, though. You don't want to injure it. See, it's looking pretty already. One more time. There, it's nice and pretty. So now what I want to do is we are going to sand the corners, so it would make it would bevel into an edge. So when you slide this into the remote Cradle, it would slide in perfectly. So we'll do about, well, first measure 1 inch right here on both sides, and then we'll try to get this edge as much as we can into like a spear. All right. Oh wow. Ha. Yeah, it's on there pretty good. There we go. Alright. There's a little bit of hope here. Or at least we know that it's actually binding onto the material here. Because normally you would have a hard time trying to glue something on this thing. Shoot. Be very careful using these things. It's really sharp. Yeah, it was on there pretty good. That's a good thing. Okay, now measure from here to there. It's about 3 inches, so I'm gonna have to move it about maybe 2 1/4. Let's do 2 1/4. Let me see. 2 1/4. Did 2 earlier, so I think 2 1/4 would be fine. About right here. That's 2 1/2. So 1.25, about right here. Right there. Let's go and just have it drill bit again. Okay, that's that. Okay, now put a little bit of glue on the base of this. Now let's go and try it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, perfect. All right, let's put a little bit. Now that we know that it actually works, it helps with keeping it there. All right. Place this on top. Center it up. It's about right there. Washer. And then there we go. Nut right over here. Now I have to get this thing here. Make sure everything's lined up. Okay, good. Flip this thing over. Aha. There you go. I was having a problem with the pause button right here, and also the remote was getting in the way with this, so I just switch it over. So now I could switch sport and regular and pause. My thumb's couldn't get there. Okay, and also the main purpose of moving this over is when I place the iPhone. Let me see, it's about the same size as, yeah. Okay, let's say this is my phone, right? It's about the same size or lengthwise. Is that it would be nice and centered. So if I place that right there, check it out. Haha. Look, it's nice and centered, both sides. And also, it helps with balancing left and right. See what I mean? If I had it over about 1 inch on this side right here would stick out. So at least now, it's just even on both sides as possible. All right, it's not dead on like centered, but it's centered enough where, you know, it doesn't look awkward. All right, so that's trying to repurpose this, what do you call this, phone cradle that was about to toss it out because it was damaged from the heat. But it serves its purpose again. So Recycle, everyone, recycle. All right, if you guys like this video, go ahead and hit thumbs up and write a comment. Y'all have a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys on the next video. After I got done with the Cradle last night, I completely forgot that I'm going to connect the OTG cable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole right over here so the cable would actually go through the Cradle and then down to the connection port. So I'll use a small drill bit. I think about right here's about fine. There we go, and also a 1/2 inch drill bit. Let me remove this for now because I don't want it to get damaged. Okay. Okay. Use this razor right here to clean it up. Now, this cable should go through that hole there. Oop, doesn't. Let me see. Maybe this one? No, doesn't either. Okay. Plan number 2. Put this down here. I need a different drill bit. This is what we need right here. All right. Let me make this a little bit bigger. All right, looking better already. There we go. Got a nice hole there. Let me put this thing back. I'm pretty sure it would fit now. Yeah, there you go. See? Nice and easy. All right, cool. So let's put this thing on. And I actually have my iPhone 8 Plus with me here. So let's say it's gonna be like that, right? And then oop, I have to tilt this thing over this way. Okay. Let's say there. Connect the phone here. And then down this hole right here. And then down. Let me fold this over before I break the antenna. And down to the bottom here. Go like that. There you go. So cable's right up there, be out of the way, and then there it is. Right? How was that? That's not bad. Could have moved the hole a little bit right in the middle here, or over here in the right, but I think it would just be fine right there. Okay, so all right, you guys like it, or you guys have any comment, give a thumb up or a comment below. Yeah, have it going.